So Gladiator 2. Kind of disappointed, aren't we?
Yeah, I've been hyping this up really. I was expecting this to be one of the best of the year at least, if not the best. And based on the early reactions I heard, I was like, oh yeah, it's going to be really good. But unfortunately, it was a bit disappointing.
No. Well, obviously we're not saying it's awful and unwatchable, you should definitely go and watch it.
Yeah, like I was expecting a Top Gun Maverick sort of vibe.
Yeah. Like Live Letter to the first one, but it does its own thing.
Yeah.
And even improves on the original slightly or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do that, does it?
No, it actually regresses slightly.
No. And just say if you like the first one, then you're probably going to like this, but because it's just more of the same, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But not as much depth to it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but a very similar story.
Yeah. And basically what it's about is a man, Paul Mescal, he gets invaded by the Romans and he becomes a slave, and then he has to go through the process that Russell Crowe went through.
Yeah, that's yeah. And we should say, as I just say it now, like, because that's pretty much a story. Like that first scene where he gets invaded is the best by far.
Yeah. If the whole film carried on that sort of level, then it would have been a goated film, but
yeah,
it drops off like crazy, doesn't it?
Because I thought, like, oh yeah, really cool, just loads of battle scenes here. Kind of go off.
Yeah.
And, Pedro Pascal acclaim this city for the glory of Rome. I think he said delivers it in a weird way, but it was still cool.
Yeah. And he's just talking to himself. He's not like talking to anyone else. He's just whispering it to himself, basically.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I don't understand how any of the people can hear them. Like when Russell Crowe was doing it, he was shouting, wasn't he? Paul Mescal's just there, like, oh yeah, gonna go out there, lads.
Yeah, only like the 10 people in his immediate vicinity can hear him.
The rest of them are just chatting amongst themselves. Not even realising he's talking.
I always think in films, like, and they're massive things like that. Like, there's a battle scene near the end, and he's like kind of shouting, but like there's 5,000 people on each side.
Yeah.
So they just like whisper back, oh, that's what he said. And then they're like, oh yeah.
People just echoing it back, and it's a completely different message by the time it gets to the ones at the back.
Yeah, and the ones at the back is like, oh, he's a tyrant, he's going to invade the city.
He said we gotta go forwards.
Where they start like charging, no one else is.
But yeah, that's actually like a good point, really. I just realised as we're discussing it, like, how do they hear them?
So it's like on a film quirks, and they just assume everyone can hear the main character.
Yeah, so you really gotta raise your voice, in this.
I'd like to actually do that in real life. Get like 10,000 people and see how far your voice could travel.
I suppose there's no noise pollution or anything. So it'd be interesting to see how far it would actually go.
Yeah, that was a bit of a tangent.
Yeah.
We get onto the acting. You mentioned a few of them, but what do you think about Paul's performance?
Underwhelming. There was one scene where he was shouting, and it just made me think of that funny scene from Aftersun.
Yeah, and he was like crying, like
that was
shouting really loud.
That was hilarious. And that was funny in this one because he sort of like makes it work. But yeah,
I instantly thought back to it when he was on the bed in the shower screaming.
Yeah, he was in the shower, like shower's on, he's naked, and he's like, like what the? People in the next room. Just some nice little holiday resort in Spain. So what the hell is going on in there?
Someone's getting killed, we should probably tell someone.
That's another tangent.
You just mentioned that because he doesn't have a presence like Russell Crowe had.
No, like Russell Crowe. Obviously he had the whole backstory of being like a proper general, didn't he? And he's really well respected, and it's shown like how great he was on the battlefield. But Paul Mescal didn't have that because he's not a soldier.
He's just some rando slave from another place.
Just working the land.
So he didn't have the presence and also the voice he was doing. You didn't think it was that cool, did you?
No, he's like, I don't want to try and do it, even though I'm famed for trying to do accents on this channel. It's like a weird British accent. It's like someone's putting it on, completely. Which is strange because he's actually British and he couldn't do it. But Russell Crowe's Australian, so I don't really understand.
He just didn't seem like a cool guy, did he? You want this Gladiator guy, leader, to be really cool and
Yeah,
enigmatic.
definitely.
Don't you want trying to get onto Denzel's performance?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Denzel's a really good actor, isn't he? Yeah, but like, he just had a strange character. I don't know.
I've seen someone in a tweet saying he hasn't auditioned for a film since like one of his early ones. Did he win an Oscar for it?
Oh yeah.
He hasn't auditioned since then.
Oh, right. So what you're saying, like he's just going for parts that are made for him, basically, and there's no like safety net in between.
I was just thinking I think he thinks that people know exactly what he's going to bring, so he doesn't have to do an audition, they just know they want it.
I suppose, yeah. But he's just a massive name as well, isn't he? Like Leo never do auditions, does he, or anything? He's like on that level, isn't
he? Yeah. And you're just gonna say that he's a bit of a theatre kid, and he gives that sort of vibe.
Yeah, like he's very wordy, isn't he, with his acting? Which, whatever. It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it just doesn't seem natural in some of the settings he does it in. He's a bit like hamming it up.
Yeah.
But he's still really good, so...
Yeah. It's
hard.
You can't criticise him, really, but... It's not even off-putting, it's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just like American, we just can't take to him, I don't know.
And just reminded me of that Macbeth one. Obviously, that's like a proper theatre film he did with. He had a few of them scenes in this film that was like the Macbeth film. Have you seen that?
Yeah, similar framing and stuff, and like bit longer takes, wasn't it? He's just going off.
Quoting some Shakespeare or whatever.
Yeah.
Whenever he was quoting in this.
Yeah, he was pretty good though. What do you think, like an Oscar nomination for him? Seen that banded about?
Yeah, I haven't seen many this year that actually good in supporting actor or anything else.
Nah, I think he might actually get in, to be honest.
But, there's got to be a better one out there that can win it.
Ah, yeah, surely. Hopefully, anyway. Gotta be. I suppose that Honora guy, maybe.
Yeah, I'll give it him over Denzel.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then the last character we're going to cover, Pedro.
Yeah. I don't know, like, he's a bit of a beta, isn't he?
Yeah.
I want a cool general. And he has like a cool storyline going, didn't he? Which was never fleshed out properly, really. But...
Yeah. You're saying he's been miscast, right? Should have been some, really jacked dude who looks epic.
Yeah, I can't really think of anyone, but off the top of my head. But... Yeah.
Alan Ritchson.
I don't know, I can't think.
It just didn't suit Pedro. He should be like a little Weasley character relation.
Yeah, he should be in the background. Weasley.
He did alright in the role, which just he wasn't cast properly.
But obviously he's like a big thing at the moment, so I just whacked him in there. What about the guy from Little Britain? He was in it.
He's like the announcer for the arena fights.
Like what?
Just randomly in it.
Strange. Must have some sort of connection with Ridley Scott or something, maybe. They're both British, aren't they? So.
And then the woman from the first film was in it. And she was just the same as the first one, wasn't she?
Yeah. It was only a few years later, wasn't it? So. Well, yeah. However many years later.
Yeah. She was alright. And then there was a few side characters and they were alright, but nothing to write home about.
No. Very underwhelming acting wise as well, really. Nothing epic happened, really.
And then get into the star rating because this is the non-spoiler review part.
Yeah, we're gonna go into like some, more of the details after we give a star rating now. So just go and watch it and then come back.
Yeah.
Timestamp
So yeah,
in the comments.
Cut me off. So yeah, we'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, we should note that Gladiator is better than Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that's apparent here.
Yeah, definitely. It just retreads old ground and then does a slightly different thing in the last hour, but it's not enough to elevate it.
Yeah, the last hour. Yeah. Monkey fights.
Oh yeah, what about CGI rhino and monkeys?
Pretty cool.
Really
Monkey's weird as hell. But yeah.
Alright, let's get into the spoiler section now. So, you mentioned the first battle, the opening scene.
Yeah.
In the non-spoiler review. Do you want to expand on that?
Oh yeah, he just kills, I think his wife. Paul Mescal's wife. And he's raging, obviously. And then yeah, he gets a bit of damage as well, doesn't he? Takes like a few HP points off him, and he's like in the water, and he's like, what did you say it was? He's like some afterlife sort of thing, and what is it in like Roman mythology? Is it sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like the river Styx that goes to the underworld, and like the ferryman and all that.
Right. Yeah.
Or if it's something different. I'm not sure which mythology that's part of.
I don't know. I'm not too clued in on my mythologies. It's a weak point, but yeah, that was really cool. And that's a spoiler because obviously, it's just like a unique thing in it.
And obviously, there's a spoiler that his wife dies, even though it's immediately obvious that she's gonna die.
Yeah. So we couldn't get into that earlier, but that was a cool scene, and the way they shot it, really cool. And
I'd say that he had a bit of plot armor when he got knocked out and thrown into the water, because why didn't they just cut his head off and why did they bonk him?
Yeah, true.
They're using swords and stuff, like, and he was like crying about his wife being shot on me. So, he was a free kill, but they just bonked him on the head instead.
Yeah. And then, he's like, obviously seeks vengeance after that, and he's raging. But then he's like going after the wrong guy, really, isn't he? Because obviously Pedro's, a secret, what do you call it?
Conspirator.
Yeah, conspirator. But obviously Pedro doesn't know that. Paul doesn't know that. Which, the point is that I don't even remember their names, which is probably a bad thing. Like, I remember Maximus, Marcus Aurelius or whatever, but I don't remember those guys' names. Obviously his name after. What the hell's his name after?
Lucius.
Lucius, obviously from the first one.
I don't remember his name he was going by, some weird name like Anno or something, was it?
Yeah, Yoro?
Something weird.
Lenny Yoro? Something like
that. And Jump Out was good characters. I don't remember Denzel's name. He had some weird name.
Yeah, they did.
Like Percy or something, but not that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that the journey he goes on is a carbon copy of the original film, and
yeah, very cheap.
His wife dies, he gets put into slavery and he has to find the gladiator rings. And then he goes to Rome and fights in the Colosseum, and then he overthrows the Empress.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just very frustrating, really, isn't it? Like, I was hoping for some development. Like Top Gun Maverick. That's the obvious comparison. Like, it develops it, it like brings in new motivations and like new conflicts. But this is just, like you say, exactly the same conflicts. You just can't do that, can you?
You wanted a story, like, if it was going to be around Lucius and him ruling the Empire or whatever, why did he have to instantly leave and go on the same journey as the original character?
Yeah. Disappointing.
It's just because they had to make him a gladiator, because it's called Gladiator 2, and he has to be a gladiator.
Yeah.
Maybe they could have just called it Gladiator 2, but he didn't have to be like a gladiator per se.
No, you could have just had gladiator fights in it.
I don't know what they could have done really, because it probably could have worked, couldn't
Yeah.
it? It didn't. This is the film he got, so that's what we have to review. Talking about the Emperors then. They're obviously ratty, weird characters, aren't they?
I don't know, like, that whole thing was just rushed on it, the whole storyline with Denzel and all. I just don't really understand what was happening there, to be honest.
You know, and dig deep into the part where he kills his own brother.
Like, somehow you're just, like, happy with it.
It's like brought up a scene before. He's like, "Oh, your brother's betrayed you. Quickly, come over here."
Yeah. And then Denzel just cuts his neck with it. Like he's helping him carve a turkey or something.
It's just so stupid. Killing your brother is like a huge thing to do.
Yeah.
And they had an alright relationship, didn't they? It's not like they were at each other's throats and they hated each other.
No.
So how could you just easily convince him to do that? And then there's nothing like after he's done it, he doesn't bring it up or anything ever again.
Yeah, right. One thing I just remember, like Denzel's facial expressions when he gets his hand cut off at the end. That's really funny. He did it really well. Yeah. But yeah, I was just thinking, like, what's up if people getting killed? But yeah, I don't know. Like, they could have done more with that whole storyline. Like, I don't know. Just a lot of it seemed rushed, didn't it?
Yeah.
The whole movie, really.
Yeah, things like you just mentioned, it's too much fan service. It's like a bit of fan fiction, like what a fan would write a sequel to this film. It's not like an actual sequel that you would expect.
No, not really. Disappointing.
We've seen much worse films than this, and we're going to see way better films as well, so...
Yeah.
Here's one of this. It's doing some alright box office, is it?
Yeah, good. Good overseas, which obviously we're part of. It was pretty busy, and then the later showing in IMAX as well was completely packed on the day we went, so hopefully it does well.
Yeah.
Don't know, have you got anything else?
No, don't think so. Just kind of underwhelming that there's only one massive fight scene.
Yeah.
Because at the end, two armies fronted up to each other, but they didn't fight, did they?
No. That's like what you do. You gotta put a big fight at the end of it. Everyone knows it.
And then they had that whole one-on-one duel between each faction leader that settles a fight, whoever wins.
Yeah.
And they should have had that midway through the battle or at the end of the battle.
Yep.
And they had it before, so we didn't get a good battle.
No.
No, did they run out of budget or something? Why would they not throw in a massive battle?
Yeah, I suppose once you get to 250, you can't really put another 50 into another massive battle scene, can you? Yeah, it's already going to struggle to make that back, I think.
And then some of the battle scenes in the Colosseum, they're a bit underwhelming, weren't they?
Yeah, they were a bit.
Especially the one where his mother and Pedro got killed.
Yeah.
They were just fighting men.
Yeah.
The one with the water and whatever. One of the ones before that was good. The rhino one, I think.
Yeah, the rhino one was the best, I think.
Yeah.
Just make a rhino run into the wall and the rhino's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell's happening here?
I kind of didn't get how he won that fight because he got bested and they was deciding if they should show him mercy. And he lost, but then he just got up and started fighting him. So I thought he'd lost.
Yeah. Whatever.
Because the other guy could have finished him, couldn't he?
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, I'm not accepting that result. I don't know how Gladiator combat works, but that seemed like cheating to me.
Yeah. We're dishonest.
I
should say about the box office, actually. I mean, obviously I think it's going to make 250, but the marketing budget's been insane on it. So it's we're talking 600 million just to make its money back, which I don't think is going to happen.
Yeah. Well, do you know who does it? Which studio does it?
Don't know. What the hell? I can't remember.
I wasn't paying attention.
No, who? I can't remember who came out in front of it. Yeah.
And I think actually they distracted us at the beginning with like a whole like montage of the first film, didn't they? In like a painting style.
Yeah, pretty cool, isn't it?
And they put some Russell Crowe scenes in there to tease
Yeah.
some actual good cinema.
Yeah, and I thought, like, because I was listening to Russell Crowe a few months ago, and he was like, I got nothing to do with this film. And I thought, like, oh yeah, whatever. Like, you're going to come in and you're some point, like, some sort of flashback or something. But he wasn't at all, was he?
And they just showed like old footage from the first film.
Yeah, because obviously people ask him about it constantly. He's like, mate, I have no idea what the hell you're on about, mate.
It's like my character's dead, mate. Why the hell would I be in it?
Yeah, and he was telling the truth. He's alright, Russell Crowe, and I like it. Listen to him on Joe Rogan's podcast, actually. Really good. Just talks about his life, how he got into acting and all that. Interesting. There's a great story he tells about a tarantula on set. He had to get a tarantula to go in his mouth, and they couldn't get the shot right. To do it like loads of times. That's so funny how he tells it.
That's guessing you couldn't pay me enough money to do that.
Yeah. And he said, like, obviously the tarantula was getting really hot because like the lights were on it. Yeah, just listen to the podcast. That's
And
funny.
then they just make a fake tarantula with a real.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, he's not bothered by spiders because he's from Australia. Still.
You've seen some massive, like, 10-foot spider, probably.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how big do they get? They get massive, don't they?
Bigger than your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
You just take a shit and one's just on the roof and it's like blocking out the light.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like covering your whole window or something.
Like, oh, Jesus. Not going to attack me, but that's pretty disconcerting.
Yeah. On that note, that's the end.
That's a good place to wrap up the review, I think. Hopefully you're not on the toilet watching this.
Yeah. Anyway, actually, Mum made a good point actually about this time of year for release dates. Do you think this is like an old-fashioned way of doing it now, and the summer's better?
Yeah. The March big release is the biggest one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Which June just dominates because it comes out like every year. It seems like.
Yeah, that's when I would release my film. If I thought it was going to do huge box office, I'd release it then.
Yeah, because you got March, and then you can, hopefully keep it going into the summer again. An 8-week cinema run, because nothing good comes out around then, does it?
When you think, like, Christmas, people are off and they want to spend time with their families, but they actually don't want to go to a cinema and just sit there for a couple hours. They want to go to Christmas markets or, just chill at home or something. They don't want to go to the cinema, really.
No. The football's on and stuff, isn't it? Like, even in America, like, you get a lot of football, American football, and in the UK we got loads of our football, so yeah, it's like summer or March or whatever, like, it's just more free time, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think this is a good release time really anymore. I don't know if Wicked's going to do good.
Yeah, I think that'll still do well.
Yeah. It's kind of like a Wizard of Oz, it's kind of like a Christmassy movie then.
Yeah, true. But I think Wicked seems like a summer one to me, but whatever.
Yeah, because it looks pretty colourful, doesn't it?
Yeah. Very interesting. We'll see how it does anyway, both of them.
It's just a teaser for what's coming next, because we think Wicked's gotta save the year, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's nothing else good coming up.
Do you reckon it'll be a 5-star or what?
Everyone gassing it up online. It's going to be a 5-star, but you just never know, do you?
Nah.
They'll have their agendas.
Hopefully a 4.5. At least. Come on. Well, that's what I was saying about Gladiator, and it was nowhere near, so.
Just have to wait and see. We're going with a lot of people to that one, aren't
we? Yeah, all the family.
It's a big event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read one before then.
Yeah, that's just like a cheap film. Could be kind of entertaining, but
yeah, cheap 250 million budget film.
Yeah, like, why do they make it cost that much? It's just like a cheap Christmas movie. Like, just limit the budget a bit. Like,
Yeah, like get it done at least, 100 million, 150, whatever. You're still going to lose money. Get it, man. Yeah, we'll get into that anyway in the Red One review.
yeah, and talk about budgets in Hollywood and stuff. If we think it's going to change.
Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, see you then.